Bellator Dreadnought is a Dreadnought class with a role as command ship. They can be built by the Empire with Warships Tech 2 for around 60,000 credits on planets with a Warship Dockyard extension. When deployed to the battlefield, the Bellator Dreadnought has the following loadout taken word from the descriptions of Awakening of the Rebellion. They have slow charging balanced shields with a strength of 40,000. Balanced shields don't reduce or increase the damage taken from any weapon type and can deal with most attacking units rather well. They have a hull strength of 80,000 with heavy armor. Heavy armor protects against every weapon type except heavy turbo lasers and other heavy weapons. They take a lot of additional damage from anti-armor weapons, making it very vulnerable to proton torpedoes and composite beams. They have a speed of 250 with a low acceleration and a very low turn. Their sensor range is 6,000 with a max weapon range of 9,000 and an ideal weapon range of 6,750. Their weapon systems include the following: 6 2-burst long-range heavy turbo lasers. Heavy turbo lasers have massive damage and range, but limited accuracy, making it the weapon to shoot at capital ships. 20 dual long-range medium turbo lasers. Medium turbo lasers do their full damage against medium armor, but lose damage against heavy. They are most effective and accurate against cruisers and capital ships. 4 heavy turbo ion cannons. Heavy turbo ion cannons are the heaviest anti-shield weapon. They are very inaccurate against any target smaller than a capital ship. 4 3-burst heavy assault missiles. Heavy assault missiles are best used against frigates and cruisers as they cause great damage and lower the defense of hit frigates and cruisers by 25% for 25 seconds. 22 dual long-range light turbo lasers. Light turbo lasers do their full damage against light armor, but lose damage against medium and heavy. They are the most accurate turbo laser, being able to effectively shoot at frigates and everything bigger. 24 dual heavy laser cannons. Heavy laser cannons excel at taking out small ships like corvettes and frigates. The 22 light turbo lasers and 24 heavy laser cannons are not targetable hardpoints and are only destroyed once the ship is. Bellators come with a hangar bay that holds 1 TIE Brute Squadron with 4 in reserve, 2 TIE Fighter Squadrons with 8 in reserve, and 1 TIE Bomber Squadron with 3 in reserve. Bellators come with a power to engines ability which redirects power to the engines. While activated, speed is increased at the cost of reduced firepower and shield strength. With all that being said, the Bellator Dreadnought can and will rule the battlefield if and when you choose to build it. Bellators cost 60,000 credits to build, as well as have a large amount of building requirements and time to build. It will also take up 80 tactical population space on the battlefield, that being over a third of your total space. With those cons mentioned, as I said, this single unit can take on nearly an entire fleet alone. Their obvious weaknesses include a lack of fighter support on their own, and small arms fire, meaning they will require a large amount of escort units and fighters. When using the Bellator, take note of the weapon types it uses, those being long-range turbo lasers. Long-range turbo lasers have a larger reload time, meaning that the rate of fire of the Bellator as a whole is extremely slow as the gameplay shows. It is highly recommended that when you're using this Dreadnought to fire at enemy hulls, as one volley from it is certainly enough to kill one hardpoint, and the leftover fire would just be wasted. From what I have noticed, this ship is pretty unkillable in its current state unless it is going up against a massive fleet or hit by a ton of bombers. The way I would nerf this ship is by simply making it unable to retreat.